Hi folks, welcome back to Cucina Divina. Today we have another dessert for you to make. We're going to make a French peach cherry galette. Now galette is a French term for any type of flat, round, crusty pie, open pie. And we'll show you how we're going to do that with just a few ingredients, and we'll give this a shot. So in the bowl here I have 1 pound of frozen peaches and 12 ounces about of frozen cherries that are pitted. So these are all pitted and cleaned and dried. Now we dried them off with paper towels just to get all the juice out, because this is going to sweat a lot when we cook it. Sometimes we like to make things at home, but sometimes it doesn't pay to make them. So what I'm using here is store-bought pie crust, and it comes in a roll, 2 to a package. You just use this. Doesn't pay to make our own, so this is a good product. We're going to use some cornstarch, vanilla, cinnamon, some sugar, and a beaten egg with a little bit of milk in there to do the coating. So that's really all there is to it. So why don't we get started? Let's put this thing together. And we're going to have, this is 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. So I'm going to add that to our cherry and peach mixture. That was kind of loud, sorry about that. And then we're going to mix this up. Some of these guys are trying to get away, but we'll do that. We're going to add 1 tablespoon, one teaspoon, sorry. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now I use the vanilla that doesn't have alcohol. A lot of the vanilla extracts have alcohol in them, and I try not to use that. We're going to use 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. So just about 1/8 of a teaspoon of that. And we're going to use 1/3 of a cup of plain sugar. Now, depending on how your sweet tooth is, you could add more sugar if you like. If you find out that the first time you make this, it doesn't come out exactly sweet enough, I'm going to give this a good stir. And I think that's about it. We're ready. Okay, so this mixture now goes into our pie crust, which I rolled out. You can see how it is when you unroll it. And we're going to place these right in the center. We're going to leave about 1.5 inches around the outside. I think we can get all of this in there. We'll smooth it out once we get it all in. Okay, so pat that down a little bit. About 1.5 inches around the outside. There we go. Now the idea is to fold this over. So we're going to fold the dough over and pinch it as we go along. Keep it in place. Doesn't have to be exactly. That's the idea of a galette. It's free form. Last one. And believe it or not, that's it. Now, I've learned a couple of tricks along the way. You see that I did this on parchment paper. There wouldn't be any way to pick this up if you roll it. It could stick to the board and everything. So this way we just take the whole parchment paper, slide it over to our sheet pan. Okay, now we're going to take my, I forgot to get my brush. Okay, we're going to brush the dough now with some egg wash. I told you it's 1 egg with a little bit of a drop of milk added to it, and that helps brown a little bit. The milk does, the protein in the milk. Okay, that looks pretty good. I want to make sure maybe we'll get some under here and try to pat it down so it sticks, doesn't open up on us in the oven. Okay, that's that. Last but not least, another tablespoon of sugar. We're just going to sprinkle on the dough part. I mean, if some goes in there, it's okay too. We're all going to eat it together. Okay. Here we go with that. We're all set. The oven is at 425, so we're going to have that. We're going to cook this for about, I think, about 30 minutes or so. It depends on your oven, so just keep an eye on it. We want this to be nice and toasted. And we'll come back when we take this back out of the oven. All right, folks, we're back. I think it's time to remove our galette from the oven, so I think it's done. There we go. It's still bubbling. Actually, that was in, I had it in about 40 minutes altogether instead of the 30 to 35. So it was in 40 minutes. And really that's it. So it's all done. Looks delicious. Gonna see the crust came out pretty good. It didn't leak out too much. And we're ready to go on this. So that's the galette, French galette, freeform pie. And we're gonna enjoy this a little later for dinner, for dessert. Until we see you next time, bon appétit. Tout le monde a mangé. Au revoir.